Gaz 14 limousine. It was these cars were built especially for Soviet government. For example, Mr. Brezhnev used this car. He drove this car by himself too.
Really?
Yes, he was a very famous driver. And it was a story when he was a driver for President Nixon once, if you ever heard.
When Nixon visited
Moscow.
He drove.
Yes,
Brezhnev drove
in the car, and Brezhnev was the driver.
Wow,
That's true.
I bet the Secret Service loved that.
But it's a true story. Anyway, the idea was to make dressy watches more classical than, for example, energy. It's totally different style.
Of course.
Not so trendy and fashion like this.
More traditional, more
traditional. Looks more simple. It's not simple.
But it's not simple.
Not simple in reality.
Right.
And finally, this case was designed and made. What's interesting in this design? As I told you already, the case looks simple, but in reality, these legs and the facets of these legs was very difficult to produce, to make them strict, sharp, and well polished. Second one idea was to make dual time watch having no bezel, like we have on
one rock or the T144.
Yes, and our engineer constructor Gennady Sukov made together, of course, with Konstantin. They made special mechanism of rotation of inner ring. It's absolute original construction. We never saw nothing similar in any other brand. And the idea
you built it yourself from the ground up. This was you engineered and you built it.
Yes. Okay. And this second crown rotates inner ring, and you can hear with certain clicks.
It's very
because there is a spring ball inside, which fixes ring in each position. And the sound, it's the sound of spring ball, which fixes
locking into place.
Locking in each hole.
It's very smooth. This is one of those things that I can't convey in the video, really, no matter how much. This is one of those things that when you get the watch home, you'll really see. The action it just glides. It's like it's on air. It just glides, and then when it gets to the position, it locks it in, as Igor was just describing. And you don't have to worry then about, if you set it on the time zone you want it to be on, you don't have to worry about a bump moving it to a different position. It's going to stay locked, but it's not difficult at all with when you're doing it by hand to just slip it right out of that position, and then it'll lock right into the next one. It is a really, for the price, for the cost value equation, it's amazing how, I've handled watches 10 times as expensive within a rotating bezels that don't have the smooth action that this one does. Are you think about patenting that?
What?
Patenting, getting a patent for that.
Protecting it
so that, because somebody,
in my opinion, okay, we will pay for the patent. Anybody who wants to copy will copy.
Copy it anyway.
And we will not find a reason to take money from here.
Yeah.
So it's not reasonable to.
Because somebody's going to take the watch apart and see how it's done, of course.